What is going on, fellow farmers? CJ Farms here. Welcome back to another beginner's guide tutorial on FS25. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about how to do forestry work. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can do forestry. As you guys can see, I've got quite a few machines set out here. I may or may not demonstrate every single machine, but I will. What I'm going to do is take you through this, and I'm going to show you from my personal experience what I know about forestry work, because forestry work is not something I'm a pro at. I'm getting better at it as time goes by, but it's not something I've really done a lot of, and it seems to be more interesting in FarmSim25 than whatever has been in the FarmSim franchise. With that being said, everyone, subscribe if you're new, smash that like button for me, click that bell, and click all so you never miss any future content or live streams and content just like this. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna go over the machines and what each machine does. I've got them separated in groups here. So in this group right here, this is going to be your machines for cutting down your trees. This machine right here is for cutting tree stumps. Okay, so all these machines will cut trees down and transport them in one way or another. All right, over here, these are going to be all of our transport vehicles for our logs. I'm going to show you how to transport your logs, where to sell them at, and we're going to talk about wood chips as well. This is the wood chip area right here. We're going to be talking about how to operate your wood chippers. There's two different wood chippers in the game, and I'll take you in the store here in a little bit and show you where everything is. And then over here, we're going to be discussing our winches, which are these two machines that you see right here. And then over here, this is going to be our actual tree planter. So I'm going to show you how to plant trees. Now, I do want to give you guys some advice on doing forestry work. Anytime you go into a new map, like these types of trees right here that you see, like this long skinny one, that's more or less the kind of trees you want to cut down, because when it comes down to cutting these types of trees right here, you can cut them down, you can process them and all that, but as far as taking them to sell points and all that, they're not very good about it, just because they seem to be pretty transparent. So you know, when you put them down, you can kind of walk through them and all that. So I wouldn't recommend. Now, you can cut these trees down all day long, you can process them, you can use them for wood chips, they're great for that, but as far as selling them at sell points, they're not good for that part. Now, if we go back over here, what we're going to start with is going to start with tree planting, because we obviously have to grow trees in order to show you the demonstration on the rest of the tutorial. So over here, we've got these tree saplings right here, and those tree saplings are actually going to go into this machine right here. All right, and then okay, so that's where we'll stop right there. So the tree saplings and the tree planter. So if you go in the store, and if you go down to forestry, which is going to be, I'll show you guys here. If you scroll the way almost all the way to the bottom, your forestry is going to be right here. Okay, now I'm going to show you all the machines that we have so far. I'll just take it by one step at a time. So as far as our tree saplings go, if you go over here to saplings and pull this up, you've got two different kinds of saplings. I'm not sure if I'm going to go into these or not, because they're just they're about the same thing as these saplings. But we're going to open up these saplings right here. And in here, you can get these by bulk by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You can get 8 saplings at a time. Okay, I've only got 2 just for the machine because it's a tutorial. Now, you do have American elm trees. You've got aspen. You've got beech. You've got Batilia Romani, box elder. You got cherry tree, Chinese elm, downy serviceberry, golden rain, Japanese Zelkova, I think that's how you say it. Then you've got lodgepole pine, which the pine trees are usually the ones I recommend planting. These are the ones that grow up real tall and real big, and they're real wide around. And then you've got northern catalpa, I think that's how you say it, Scotch pine, Maturian red pine, I think that's how you say it, oak, shagbark hickory, Talia amurensis, is that how you say it? Apple trees, America, and then back to American elm. So what I recommend planting, or what I'm going to plant for this tutorial anyway, is going to be the lodgepole pine. So if you want to cut down trees, anything pine, and I think you can do your oaks as well, are good for cutting down trees. Okay, so we're going to pick these right here. Now, as far as the machines go, for your tree cutter, your tree planter, if you go to your tree planter right here and open this up, you've got 2 different tree planters. Now, this one right here, this one is, if you get the combination, this is going to be for the excavators, okay? And I believe that's what these saplings are for, specifically is for these right here. Like I said, they all plant the same way. There's no difference. The only difference is this one hooks to the back of your tractor. This one hooks up to the front of an excavator, okay? So that's pretty much the only difference. Why I'm just going to show you about the other trees instead of, both types. And I think that's it for that. So let's go ahead and let's hop into the tractor here, all right? And you can literally do this on any type of ground. You can even plant these into concrete, I believe. But just to make it a little bit more realistic, this was actually a field I had, and I planted, I just put down some paint here, which is a dirt. So you're going to pull up beside it right here. All right. I don't know if you have to lower your machine or not. I don't think you do. But you're going to pull up. You're going to look up in your window. You're going to see where it says refill planner, and you're going to hit that key. All right. Now you can put them all in here if you want, or it holds one at a time. Sorry about that. And we're going to pull over here, and I'm going to start planting rows of trees. And I'm going to show you how to do this. So we're going to start, because I do want to go quite a few trees for this demonstration. So we're going to start like right here, and I'm going to start going across. So what you're going to do is you're going to lower your machine. You're then simply going to turn it on. You're going to take off, and it's going to start planting your trees. Now keep in mind, you do not want to plant your trees too close together, but this specific tree planter right here will separate them automatically and how far apart they are planted. Now the other one I was showing you that hooks up the excavator, that one you have to move you have to plant your trees manually. And what I mean by that is they don't plant automatically like this tree planter does. You have to plant one, move up about 5 feet, plant another one, 5 feet, plant another one manually with the click of a button. These right here, I just turned it on, hit cruise control, and it's planting them for me automatically. Because the thing is, if you plant your trees too close together, then they may not grow to the full height and the fullest extent. All right, so I think we'll plant one more, and that's going to be good right there. And I'm going to be planting tons of these trees, which is why I think I got 3 crates of these. So once I get these trees planted, guys, I will bring you all back into the video. So our trees are planted. Everything's good to go. As you guys can see, we planted quite a few trees here just for demonstration purposes. So the question is, what do we do next with the trees? Do we water them? Do we fertilize them? No, you don't have to do anything with the trees. They grow absolutely on their own. I think it would be cool if they had the ability where we can, actually come out here and water them. Now, if you want to, you can always buy yourself a pressure washer, which is what I do, and I'll come out here and water the trees. And if you absolutely want to do that, just for the RP itself, then what you would do is I'm going to take you guys into the store. If you go to the store, go to the store, go down to others, go to construction, and then we are going to go over to tools, and you're going to have this little guy right here. Now, this is not something you have to do. This is just something for RP, okay? So if you want to RP that you're watering your trees, then you can absolutely do that by buying this little machine here, and I'll show you how it works. We're going to put it right there. All right. And I'm going to show you in FS25, they changed the ability where you can actually move this around. So, you can pull this out, spray it and all that. But if you grab a hold of it, all right, just like this, and you start the engine, you can then move this around, whether you're in first person or third person. You can move this pressure washer around. Now, like I said, you do not have to do this. This is just something for role play purposes, okay? So if I hop off of here and I grab the pressure washer, I can go out here and say, like, water my trees, whatever I want to do. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't go very far. And see how it snaps back. So you would have to push this around quite a bit. But if you're only planting a few trees, then it's not something you got to worry too much about. Now, if you want to sell that item, you go back into others, into your store, go to construction, and you just, I think we can sell this. Can we sell it? Okay, I guess we cannot sell it. Yeah, I guess we can't sell it, so it is what it is. All right, so let me get this out of the way. But like I said, you grab hold of it, start the engine, and I just want to throw this in here for those who want to, role play that you're watering your trees. You can absolutely do that with the pressure washer here. So let's put that over there, get it out of the way. So what I'm going to do is, again, you don't have to fertilize these. You don't have to water them. There's nothing on your part that has to be done at all. Absolutely not. All you have to do is plant them and let them grow. So we're going to get these trees grown up, and then we'll start demonstrating our wood chipper, our winches and all that good stuff. So once they are done growing, I will bring you all back. So as you can see, the trees are fully grown. Now, I did plant a few different types of trees. Over here, we planted the pine trees, and then I planted these types of trees in the middle to show you guys kind of the difference in how the trees are. I was telling you guys earlier about how these trees are not good for cell points. They're just basically good for cutting down in wood chips. But I'm going to show you guys how to cut. There's a few different ways to cut these down, okay? We're going to start with these trees over here. Now, we're going to need a chainsaw. So if you go into the store, all right, and we're going to scroll back down to forestry. We're going to go down to the bottom where hand tools are. And these right here, you can buy these for your these are spray paint cans you can mark your trees with. If you're going through a forest or something and there's a lot of trees you want to mark specific ones that you're going to cut down, you can get these spray paint cans. I will get the green can, and I will show you what I'm talking about. And you're also going to want a chainsaw. Now, it doesn't matter which one you buy. None of them work any faster than the next one. They all work at the same speed. So we're going to buy this as well. All right, so let's go into here and let's get our spray paint can up. Now, you walk up the tree. If you want to mark this tree to be cut down, you can walk up. Okay, gotta wait till the tree icon's up, and it marks it just like so. And I think you can do this on pretty much any tree that you want. So you just walk up to them and you just spray them just like so, just like that. Okay, now our chainsaw. All right, we're gonna pull our chainsaw up. Now, if you pull the chainsaw up, you're not gonna be able to walk very fast and you can't sprint. If the chainsaw's out of your hand, you can then sprint. Okay, so keep that in mind. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this tree down right here by the chainsaw, and I will show you the other methods of cutting your tree down with those machines sitting right over there on the end. Okay, so let's get our chainsaw out. All right, so we're gonna walk up the tree. Now, depending on which direction you want this tree to fall, that's the direction you're gonna cut it in. So, for example, I want this tree to fall down in that direction right there. So I'm going to walk up the tree, and you can crouch while you do this, and you're going to want that green line. If, for in fact, you get an orange line, that means you cannot cut there, okay? So we want the tree to fall in that general direction. So we're going to walk up, and you can tilt your chainsaw just like so. Now, you don't want to tilt it too much, but me personally, I cut mine as close to the ground as I possibly can. So you guys see that orange line right there on the bottom? That means you can't cut there, okay? You can't cut there. So I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to angle my cut just a tad like that. I'm going to start cutting the tree. There it goes. And you'll hear it fall. All right, so once it falls down, you can then pull your chainsaw back up. And if you want to process it with your chainsaw, the easiest way to do this is to get on top of the log, crouch down, turn your chainsaw on, and just simply walk. Now, some of them will process, some of them won't. They don't always process. I don't know why. That's just the way it is. I think there's still some bugs in the game that Giants has to work out, and I'm sure they're probably getting a lot of complaints about that in the forums. Giants does listen to their fans. See, there's a little piece right there that is not going to process. So if I use my super strength here and pull the tree up, you're going to see there's a piece there that did not get processed. Now, the cool thing about when you pick these up, if you have super strength or if you don't, and you pick up a piece that's small enough, you can pick it up and you can actually rotate the tree. See that? You can rotate it this way, or you can rotate it the opposite way, just like so, okay? And you got to be careful because it's gonna, with the big trees especially, you got to be careful. So we're going to grab this. It's kind of glitching into the map. I'm going to pull it back out this way, and I'm going to drop it down. If it'll drop down for me. There we go. There we go. All right. And then you can get on this side, and you can process this as well, just like this. Sometimes those limbs have to be on the outside of the tree there where you're standing at in order to process it. So see how I got to get down to process that one. The ones on top of the tree, you can be on top of the tree for those. These you might have to jump down for. But processing the tree is pretty easy. It doesn't take much work. And I'm going to go ahead and process this entire tree for you guys just to show you that it can be done. We're almost at the end of it here, guys. Got to get that piece there. All right, and then the tree is now processed. Now, as you guys can see, there's a piece right there. I don't know if we can get it from here or not. Okay, there it is. If you get them little pieces on the bottom, a lot of times you can crouch like that and get them out of there. But you always want to make sure the tree is completely processed. Now, what I mean by if you don't have super strength and you want to lift a piece by yourself, I'm going to cut, let me go down to the end here and do it. All right, let me get this piece right here. So I'm going to cut about right here, and you should be able to lift that without super strength. So I'm going to disable my super strength here. I'm going to disable it. There we go. And this one right here, as you can see, my super strength is disabled. And I'm just going to, you can pick that piece up just like so, okay? So we're going to drop this down. Now, another way you can cut these trees down is this machine right here. There is other machines that you can use, guys. If you go in the store and go to Forestry, we go up to Forestry and go to harvesters right here. These are your different types of harvesters. Now, obviously, this is the one I'm using right here. You can also use this one as well. This one just kind of picks the tree up. It's got a blade right down the bottom, as you can see, and it cuts the tree and then picks it up. That's a nice vehicle to use too. I'm not going to use all the vehicles. This one right here, the Hannibal, it does pretty much the same thing that the Komatsu does. So just keep that in mind. These two are kind of the same thing. They do the same thing. This one is the one with the saw blade on the bottom of it. So there you go for harvesters, guys. So let's hop in the harvester here, and we're going to drive up to a tree, and I'm going to show you exactly why I like these machines. All right, so let's put it down. And one thing you want to make sure of is that your tree cutter is on, just like that. So if it's open, it's on. If it's closed, then you know it's obviously not on. So, and you can move this like this. You can pull it in and out. You can move it up and down, like so. You can turn it which way but loose. It does not do a 360-degree pivot, so just keep that in mind. Let me turn this back around a little bit. So yeah, you can move this thing any which way you want pretty much, all right? So I'm going to make sure it's down. I want to make sure it's down a little bit because when we get to that tree, it's going to show a green line. I believe this is the one that does it. So right there's the green line, right? And if I hit where it says align harvest to target, I can hit that key and it's going to align me right with that, okay? And then you can tilt the header just like that. All right. Now if I drive up to the tree just like this, like that, and then we're gonna hit the button to cut the tree just like that. It's gonna cut it, and then you kind of want to go back like this, just like so, and we're gonna pull it over. We're gonna pull it over this way. Let me get it out just a little bit. Let me get it out that way. There we go. We're going to pull it out a little bit here where you guys can kind of see it. And keep in mind, it's not your vehicle here is not completely stable. Now, if you'll look up there, you will see where you can change the cut length. And you can change that from 5 meters to 6 meters, 8 meters, 9 meters, 12 meters, 15 meters, 20 meters, and then max. Max just cuts the entire tree. It doesn't cut it. It processes the entire tree. So keep that in mind. So I like to do like 5 meters. All right, we're going to put it there. All right, and we're going to cut. And it should put them in a nice little pile right here for us. Just like so. And keep in mind, while you're cutting the tree with this machine, it does process them. So if you don't feel like processing with a chainsaw, you can always just use this machine to go and cut. And if you guys don't have the money for this type of machine, I'll link my video on the top right corner, taking my video showing you how to make money for all platforms. All right, so let's turn that off. And let's bring it back down. That is two of my favorite ways to cut the trees down. I don't really use any other way, just the chainsaw. And I mainly use a chainsaw. I don't really even use this harvester. I'm just doing it for demonstration purposes. All right, so now the next thing I want to show you, we're going to park this right here. The next thing I want to show you is the tree stump cutter right here. It's very important to have one of these. If you go in the store and go back down to Forestry, and if you go to stump cutter right here, there's only one in the game, which is this one right here. Now, there's two different things you can use for a tree stump cutter. You can use this actual tree stump cutter, or you can use a mulcher. And I recommend not getting this one. This one I found it doesn't work too good. I recommend getting the TFR 250. This one right here hooks up either the front of your tractor or the back of your tractor. You just pull that over the top of the tree stump, turn it on, drop it down, and it'll cut your tree stump for you, okay? But the one I recommend using that works the best is this one right here, all right? So we're going to go ahead and pull this out here to that tree stump, wherever that tree stump is. Let's find that tree stump. Okay, so it's over here. All right, so we're going to move right over here. And if I zoom in a little bit, you're going to see that you can turn this saw on. You can move it back and forth. And you can also move it up and down like that, move it in and out. And you can also bring it down. Now, what you want to do is you want to bring that as close to the tree stump as possible, right? And then you want to bring it down to where it's going to cut the tree stump. And sometimes they'll work and sometimes they won't. It's just the way it is. There it goes. All right, it cut it. And that's how the tree stump cutter works. It's not too complex. It's pretty straightforward stuff. So we're going to pull this back over here. Now, I don't know. I wonder if you can cut this right here with that thing. Let me see if it'll cut this piece of wood. I'm just curious. Oh, it actually is cutting it down to nothing. Looky there. All right, so it did cut it down to nothing. So you can use that for that. If you don't feel like hauling your wood off after you cut it down, you can do it like that, just to cut it down to nothing. All right, and we're going to park this right here. Now, as far as moving the logs go, actually, before we go over transport, I want to show you guys how to do your wood chipping. So we're going to hop into here, and there's two different wood chipping machines. So once I get my machine set up, guys and girls, I will bring you all back to the video. So we're set up for our wood chipping. Now, I do want to show you guys this one little trick here. Once you, and let me show you guys how to unfold these machines. Let me show you how they work. So I do want to show you guys these machines, how they unfold. So what you always want to remember that almost every type of machine in Farm Sim, you have to unfold them. So we're going to unfold this machine like this. We're going to pipe out just like so. And that pipe plays a very important part in what I'm fixing to show you. All right, so we're going to hop back in the tractor. Now you'll notice when I pull this trailer up under here, that pipe is going to track that trailer. It's just going to follow it. See that? So no matter where you pull this trailer, that pipe is going to track it, right? And it will shoot your wood chips. Now, I know it looks like it's not going to go in the trailer, but I promise you it will go in there, okay? All right, I promise you the wood chips will go in there. I just hit my other tractor. All right, so we're going to park that right there. And the same thing with this machine right here. It simply folds up just like this. And I should have left them unfolded before I brought you guys back into the video. But you guys can see the whole thing it's like a transformer, man. The whole thing just rearranges when you unfold it. So we're going to unfold it now, and you guys can watch it here. It's got some legs that go down right there. This tray comes out. That's your wood chip machine right there. This whole thing flips around, so if you go inside, you'll see it turning. That crane comes out, which you can get a view with the crane right here. It makes it a little easier to grab your logs and pull them into the wood chipper. All right, but I'm not going to use that as of right now. I'm going to pull this up and just kind of get it out of the way like that. All right, we're going to hop out. And the same thing with this trailer right here. If, also I forgot to pipe out. Yeah, we got to pipe out. So make sure, guys, don't do like me. Make sure you remember to pipe out. Again, the pipe will track the trailer just like that. All right, it's going to shoot the wood chips right into there. I know it doesn't look like it's going to, but trust me, they go right into the back of the trailer. So the first machine I'm going to demonstrate for you is going to be this wood chipper right over here. Now, honestly, I have not tried that one yet, so it might be better. I don't know. I might end up using that one in the long run. So we're going to hop in. As you guys can see, the machine's not on yet. Now, by turning it on, all right, it's going to start running. We're going to hop out. Let me get out here. And I'm going to cut a small piece of wood here real quick. I'm just going to cut that. Now, I can tell you this. I have grabbed an entire, I don't recommend doing this, but I have grabbed an entire tree of this size right here because I have super strength, and I have fed the entire thing into this wood chipper, and it took the entire tree. So just a little food for thought. You may not want to do it like that, but I've actually done it, and it worked out great. So we're going to drop this in here. It's got a conveyor belt that will take the wood right in. That's going to open up. There goes the wood chips in the back of the trailer. Now, if you want to see how many wood chips you get in the tractor that's hooked up to your trailer, and it will show you there you have 1% wood chips, and as you can see, they're shooting right into the back of this. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys where to get these at. So as far as wood chippers go, we're going to go into the store. We're going to go back down to we're going to go back into forestry. So it's going to be right here. So wood chipper is going to be right here under category of wood chippers. You're going to click this. This is the one that we have right here, and of course we have this one right here. This one, the only configuration it has is different tires. The other one is just buy as. You could change the tire color here, but that's about it. Now trailers. If you want to get a trailer for this, any base game trailer is pretty much going to do, because the way they made FS25 is that every base game trailer holds literally every kind of crop, anything in the game, wood chips and all that good stuff. So this is the trailer I have right here. You don't have to get this one. If you do get it, I recommend getting it with the cover on it. It makes it more realistic where you can close the cover when you're hauling wood chips. You can do different configurations as far as your tires go right here, and you can do wide tires. So that's the trailer I got. But like I said, any of these base game trailers will do the job. I do recommend getting a big trailer when you're doing wood chips, because it doesn't take long to fill a trailer up. So say if you get one like this, right, opposed to if you get one like this, they're not going to fill up as fast. I mean, they're going to fill up way faster, right? And you're going to make more chips on selling your wood chips. However, if you buy something like this right here, this right here will hold a lot of wood chips, and it takes a little bit to fill it up, and it causes you less trips. Okay, so as you can see that shot in the back, we're going to cut one more piece here. So I'm going to walk up. Now keep in mind when you're here, guys, you can adjust this any which way you want. I do recommend cutting these straight. There goes that one. All right, and I will disable my super strength so I can do base game stuff. So as you can see, that one is actually big enough to pick up by hand, and it slipped out of my fingers. I'm butterfingers today. But you pick it up, again, you're just going to put it in this machine. You're going to drop it in, the conveyor belt's going to take it, it's going to open up, going to take it right in. All right, so this wood chipper right here, let's go ahead and cut a piece of this wood over here, and we're going to see about how big we can get this. Actually, you know what? Let's do it like this. Let's pick up the whole log. Now, if you can't pick up the log, if it's too heavy, the hand will not pop up. So I'm going to use my super strength here. I'm going to grab this log and see if we can't get the whole thing to drop in here, because I've dropped the whole tree in this thing. Not this one in particular, but we got to turn it on. So we're going to hop in. As you guys can see, the machine's not on. We're going to turn it on. That's going to start up. All right. And we're going to grab this piece of wood right here. I have dropped the whole tree, not in this one, like I said, but the other one. I got to get it rotated up where I can see where I'm going. There we go. All right, so we're going to put it like right there. And let's see if it takes it in there. There it goes. It's going to take the whole thing. All right, very nice. So that's a good wood chipper too. Looks like it's going to be a good wood chipper. So I might have using that machine instead. All right. Now, if for some reason you get a piece of wood like this, hop up in there. Oh, it took it. I was going to say hop up in there, grab the piece of wood and shove it in there a little bit and then let go, and it usually takes it. Let's go ahead and cut one more piece of wood here. Let's cut this one. All right. And let me, okay, so my super strength is disabled. And like I said, you pick these up, you can rotate them just like this. You can rotate them either way you want, just like this. It makes it easier for you, which I think is a cool little feature that they added. Now, see how that end right there is kind of transparent? See that? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You can't cut transparent stuff. Now, these are fine. These types of trees are fine. It's the other trees you have to worry about. All right, so we're going to drop that right onto there and let it go in. And this wood chipper seems to be working fine. So let's go ahead and see how many wood chips we got in the trailer out of those two pieces of wood. That long tree probably put a lot in there. All right, so we got 6% wood chips. But like I said, those trailers hold way more than a regular trailer. So we're gonna shut this entire machine down, and we're gonna go ahead and shut this one down as well. But that's how your wood chippers work, guys, in the game with your woodwork. I'm going to set up for transport. I'm going to show you how to transport these logs, where to sell your wood chips at, and when we're done, I'll bring y'all back into the video. All right, so there was one more thing I need to show you guys with this machine that I completely forgot about. So we're going to hop back in here. We're going to turn it back on. We're going to turn this back on, and I need to show you guys how to operate that crane or how it's done. Aside from this little piece right here, I'm just going to toss it in and let that do its job. Now, we're going to hop into here, and if you change your view, there's a couple of different views. You can go from first person just like this, or you can go directly to the crane. I recommend putting this view on the crane, okay? Now, you can move this thing back and forth. You can move it, out and in. You can move it up and down. You can open the claw like this. You can turn it. So, here's what we're going to do. I am going to try my best. Now, keep in mind, I am not an expert at this. I don't use these machines too often, but I'm going to try to do it my best that I can for you guys. So we are going to go out here and we're going to attempt to grab one of these logs here. So let's turn that. We're going to bring it down. Now, like I said, I don't use these all the time, and we're just going to grab a log here. I don't know how good I'm going to do, but we're going to grab one. And we're going to pull it up just like so. And you want to make sure that that is gripped pretty tight, your claw. If not, it will fall out on you. Now remember, you can rotate this just like so. So we're going to rotate this. We're going to bring it over here just a little bit. We're going to bring it down like so, and we're going to release them. Okay, that wasn't too bad. All right. Let's try one more. Let's take it out. Let's get that claw open. You always want your claw open nice and wide so you can grab whatever it is that you're reaching for. Let's go out. Like I said, I'm not the best at doing this. I don't use these machines all the time. They seem like they might be a little easier in FS25. I'm not too sure, but we will find out. All right, let's go down and let's close the claw up. If I can get it to close out. Like I said, sometimes these are a bit janky, so just you got to kind of work with them. All right, I think, okay, that's open. There we go, close. And again, it's not doing it. Of course, I did the first one's great. Now these ain't gonna work too good. I'm trying to get it to close. All right, so we got 3 at a time that time. We're going to bring it up. We're going to bring it back. And we're going to bring it down. And we're going to rotate these just like so. Going to bring it in a little bit right here. Bring it down just a little bit more. And we're going to release them right there. All right, so not too bad. But I just wanted to show you guys how that works. Now, for some reason, if you can't and you're good enough at this machine, some of you may be. I'm not one of those people that's good at this machine, but you can always try your best to, pull it back and kind of knock this piece of wood in if you can. It's probably just, honestly, it's probably just easier to get out and do it. Just like so, if we get out. This is one of those examples I wanted to show you. If the wood was to get stuck up there, you can just grab a hold of it and just kind of toss it up there, and it'll do its thing. And there it goes, guys. But that was the only thing else that I wanted to show you as far as that part goes. Let's go ahead and shut that down. That machine is extremely noisy. But that's it for that part, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to get set up for showing you how to transport your logs as well as your wood chips. And once we get done with that part and get it all set up, I will bring you all back into the video. All right, so now we're going to operate a few different machines here, and we're going to talk about transporting your logs and your wood chips and where you go to sell them. So if you go into, as you guys can see right here, we've got a couple of long logs, and I've got some short ones cut up here for specific demonstrations. So if we go into our menu and we go down to prices, now everything in here in your list is alphabetized. So you're going to have wood chips and wood down by the W's. So if we go all the way to the bottom down here, you're going to see wood is here, wood beams, and wood chips, okay? So if you go to wood, this is your trees. Trees, wood represents trees. That's what that means. So you can take this to the paper factory, you can take the carpentry, or the sawmill. I recommend taking it to the sawmill, and if you tag that on your map, depending on what map you're on, if I go here, my sawmill is going to be down here, and I'll take you guys to the sawmill. I'll drive the trucks up there with the wood chips or the logs one. I can't do both, but I'll do one or the other and show you where to sell them at. But that's going to be the sawmill right there. Let me go ahead and untag that place. And if we go back into that menu, go down to prices and go to wood chips. You also, now here you cannot sell the wood chips at the sawmill, but you can sell them at the animal dealer, or you can sell them at the farmer's market. I recommend the farmer's market. It's better paying, and it's it just guaranteed you're going to get paid there. If you want to store them, you will go to somewhere like Goldcrest Valley. That's the train that stores them, and it'll eventually sell it. Once the train rides off, it'll sell it for you. But that's kind of where that goes. Anything you need to know where to sell it, guys, is right here in this menu. So let's hop out. And the first thing we're going to demonstrate is how to pick up these longer logs, because they tend to be a little bit tougher on, maneuvering around and transporting and all that. And right now, nobody has auto load as of right now because this game is still brand new. So there's two options you have right here. First, we're going to hop into the truck. All right, and if you guys want to know where to get these machines, again, we're going to go into the store. We are going to go down to Forestry again. I don't know why my menu keeps going back up unless I did that. We're going to go into Forestry. We're going to go over to wood transport, okay? Now, you've got a few different options here. These right here can be either transport, or you can turn them into timber trailers. So you can load your wood on here and haul them off. You got two different options there. The other one is the exact same thing. It's got the crane on it, and you can also have it as a timber trailer. But this is the one I'm using right here. I like this one because it's got the lock straps on it. So, and it's only got a couple of options for mud flaps and, of course, rim collar there. That's what I'm using. And then this is the truck I have right here with the trailer on it. It's got the arm here that comes out, and you can pick up wood with that. And then I've got this truck right here. Okay. Now, the Volvo that I'm using, I'm going to be showing you guys, is going to be this machine right here. You've got these machines as well for transport. They're just pretty bulky and a little unnecessary in my opinion, but I don't use them. That's just my personal preference. And then you've got this one right here that you can buy, and this actually has push shovels on the front and the back that you can use to push your logs and piles, which is pretty useful to me. I've actually used this vehicle. It's pretty useful. So this one has a couple different options too. It's got the crane blade. It's got the winch and crane. So I think it comes with the winch on the back right there. And then you've got engine setup. It goes up to 236 horsepower max. It's got different, tire options as far as that goes. And then you can add or not add your safety frame here. So that's just a few options you have. But this is the one I'm using right here, which is the Volvo. And then you got safety beacons here. You can do the safety beacon on it, which is pretty cool because it puts that little safety beacon which stays on at all times. And then your beacon design, you've got design 1, which is those two beacons on the side, the orange ones. Design 2, you've got those two, and then the one in the back. So it's a pretty cool little machine, pretty pricey as you can see right there, but it's worth it. This right here actually picks up your logs for you. Okay, you can pick this up, pick the logs up with that machine. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to unfold this machine. All right, there it goes. Now, again, this has two different perspectives as far as view goes. You can go into first person, or you can hop onto the crane right here. All right, and then right here, you're just going to try and simply, and good luck with this. If you're good at it, then good on you, because I'm not that great at these machines, like I said. But we're just going to try and do our best to load this onto the trailer. So let's take it down. And if I'm not talking for a minute, guys, just bear with me. I'm focusing. All right, there's that one. We're going to bring it up nice and easy. Easy does it. We're going to bring it back in. And again, you might have to work it back and forth, like you might have to bring it back, take it up, bring it back, take it up. It's just, different ways you got to do things. And I'm still trying to get used to these things. They're pretty weird to get used to. Now, when you get it here, you can rotate it, of course, just like so. And then you'll probably want to take it back out like this. And then you'll want to just kind of bring it down into the trailer. I see people do it really fast. I do mine nice and easy just to make sure I'm going to get in there. And that's pretty much it right there. I'm surprised I did that as good as I did, because you guys can see I'm going down, going up. I'm hitting the trailer and all that other good stuff. All right, so we're gonna hop out of that. Now another way you can do this. Now that's probably the easier technique right there is with that crane. But you can also do it with this Volvo. So we're gonna hop into here. I'm gonna turn this on. All right, and this goes up and down. It goes up and down. It goes in and out like that. So, and then of course you can open the claw. This one does in fact do a 360 degree turn. The claw does. So it will turn on a dime. All right, so we're gonna turn that back, and then we're gonna bring this over here, and I'm gonna try my best to get this log and put it into that trailer for you guys, just to kind of show you how this works. Again, I'm not a pro with this. Let me pull it up just a little bit more, and then we're gonna open that claw up. I want to turn it just a tad, and we're gonna bring it down. And then we're going to close that up. And you want to make sure it's closed up tight. Those other claws will come down, assuring you have a tight grip. Oh, I accidentally opened it back up. All right, now we're going to lift it up. I'm not too sure how good I'm going to do at this, but I'm going to try for you guys because this is a beginner's guide and it's showing you how to do things. So I don't know how good I'm going to do at it. We're going to turn this just like so, and then we're gonna bring it down. Let me pull up just a little bit more. Bring it down just a little bit more. Open that claw up, and there she blows. So did a lot better than what I thought I was gonna do. So usually not too good at those. That backup beeper gets on my nerves. I cannot stand that thing. That's a couple of different ways you can load them on the trailer. Now remember, guys, when you get your logs on the trailer, and the first thing you always want to do is you always want to make sure this piece is folded up. It won't let you drive down the road otherwise, I don't think. Well, maybe it will. Maybe it will. But always make sure that your straps are fastened in the back across your logs. You can do that from the inside of the truck, and I believe you can do it from outside the truck as well, like this. Yeah, you can fasten them individually like this. And I think there's only a few straps. So you can do it just like that. That one's just barely holding the P. I don't even know why that one's strapping. But that's how you can do it from inside the truck and outside the truck. So let me go ahead and turn that off. And then we're going to hop over into this one right here. And this is for, this one's more for smaller logs. So again, we're going to unfold it. And again, you get two different perspectives in view. So you get first person, and you can also have the one on the crane. I think that's the only two. Yeah. So we're gonna watch the crane come down here. I think it's pretty cool how all this stuff works, man. And keep in mind, guys, this is not as big of a claw, but it still gets the job done. And again, we're gonna attempt to grab one of these and bring it onto the trailer. Oh, too fast, too fast. Just like so. We're gonna bring it down. And we're gonna close that claw up just like that. We're gonna bring it back up just like that, like so. Doing a lot better than what I thought I was gonna do, because I'm usually really not that good at these things. I'm not just saying that. I'm usually not that great at these. All right, we're gonna turn them. We're gonna bring it over just a little bit. We're gonna bring it down. And we're going to open that claw. And that's pretty much it. And I think this one, I'm pretty sure I would be crazy to think that this doesn't have safety straps on it. So we're going to go ahead and fold this back up. We're going to hop out of it while it's folding up. We're going to hop inside the trailer. It's going to put us back in the crane. But it takes a minute to fold it up, guys, so just be patient with it. It does take a minute. All right, and they'll put you back inside the front of the truck. And again, always make sure that you... oh, does this one? Okay, there they are, the tension straps right there. Again, you can do this inside the truck, or you can do it, you know, outside the truck as well. If I can figure out how to do it. Right there it is. And let me see how many straps it has. There's one up front. There's one in the middle. I don't think there's one in the back. So that's pretty much it. But as long as your straps are on there, you can see that they're pretty sturdy. They're not gonna... You ain't got to worry about them sliding out or, you know, out from the straps. They're not going to go anywhere. So there's that right there, guys. All right, so we are going to talk about next. We are going to talk about where to sell this at, which we already did, but I'm going to show you again, and then we're actually going to go to the sell point where we sell at. So again, you go to your menu, and we're going to take our wood chips off because we have a lot of wood chips. I don't want to just take off 2 logs. It'd just be a waste of time. So you're going to go to your menu where the map is. You're going to go down to prices, and we're going to scroll down, and we're going to look for wood chips. So wood chips are going to be right here. We are going to take these to the farmer's market, so we're going to tag the place. Now, when you tag it, there's 2 different things that happen. One, on your map, it will be blinking on your map right here, as you can see where mine is. That's what happens when you tag it. Now, if you untag it, it'll stop blinking. If you tag it, it will blink. Another thing that happens that I think is a really cool feature they added to FarmSim is that it will actually show you where the waypoint is right there. So let me get my trailer here that had the most wood chips in it, which I think was this one right here. This is the one we had the big machine on. Yeah. So we're going to take this one off to the sell point. Wood chips, again, guys, don't sell for very much. And this lid does open and close, by the way. Wood chips don't sell for very much. And we're going to talk about those winches as well, guys. Wood chips do not sell for very much, but they do sell. And like I always tell people, even though you may have some that don't sell for a lot, it's more money than what you had before. So once we get down to the sell point, ladies and gentlemen, I will bring you all back to the video. All right, so we're coming up on the sell point here to sell our wood chips. We're going to pull into, and just keep in mind, whatever trailer you're hauling, make sure if you look up there in my help window and you see my tractor and my implement on the back, you'll see I'm switching between the 2. Make sure that your trailer is selected. If not, it will not let you dump it. So if you guys will see, I'll change back over the tractor. It will completely, well, it actually does let you dump it now. Wasn't like that in FS25. Anyway, you can discard that. But as you guys can see, yeah, 17,000 for almost a trailer full of wood chips. It's not even that much, but just so you guys know, that's where you sell your wood chips at. You can take your wood, your trees to your sawmill, and you can sell them there. So we're gonna go back to the farm, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna get set up for showing you how the winches work. And when I get back to the farm, get everything set up, I will bring you all back to the video. So next we're going to talk about this winch right here. There's 2 that we need to talk about. I don't know if I'll demonstrate the other one just yet. I might. I don't know. But this is the one I want to demonstrate for you guys the most. I think this thing is pretty cool. I just want to make sure that I'm close enough to the tree here. I think I am. So what we're going to do is going to hop in and we're going to unfold this. All right. And that's going to come out. Just like so. You're going to hop out of the tractor. And you're going to go to the back of it right here, and it says set up yarder. You're going to click that. All right, it's going to give you a little yarder here. And this don't drag trees or nothing. This is just to set up your yarder, and we're going to attach it to say, like that right there. It says set tree as row target. You're going to click it just like that. It's going to attach. Now, what we're going to do next is I want to make sure I got the room here for it. We're going to cut down. We're going to cut down this tree right next to it, okay? So let me see which way I need this to fall. We will cut it down right here. So I'm going to walk up to this, and I'm just going to cut it. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not going to hit nothing. I don't think I will. We're going to cut it right there. And I'm going to show you exactly what this thing does. This is a really cool little addition to the game. I think it's really cool. I don't think we hit anything. All right, and I'm just going to process this real quick. Just walk up through here and give it a little trimming, which it don't need to be. This is how you process the tree right here. And like I said, you'll have to flip it over to get to the side, or you can just go like this and get in there and get them real quick like I showed you earlier, just like that. It just takes it off of there real quick. So I'm going to cut a piece here. I don't want it to be too small, but I don't want it to be too big either. So let's see about where that winch is. So it's right there. Now if it's too far away, it won't work. So if it's too far away, we'll have to move the tree in. All right. So we'll go like, we'll say, we'll go right here. And we're going to cut this piece right there. All right. Let's go ahead and cut that off. And then there's another piece here that we got to, this little piece right here. You guys will see that. If you look up there, you can click Enable Carriage Follow Mode. And that will just simply follow you wherever you are. So as you guys can see, when I walk, it will follow me. See that? That's the easiest way I found to do it. But I think there's a way to auto-enable it too. I just didn't see a control for it at that moment in time. And I can't remember off the top of my head what that control is. So let's bring it all the way over and stop it right there. All right, but I think there is a way to enable it manually. Yeah, so, and then you can move it as well, like this. You can move it back and forth. So that's how you move it. And then if you want to move it back to the yarder, it'll go back like that. Or you can bring it back. So we're going to bring it all the way over like this. All right. And then we're going to walk over here to this wood. You'll see this green line come down. I got to remember where I cut it. So we're going to do about middle ways. And we're going to click. We're going to move about middle ways. And let me see which one it is to... right there, so it says attach tree to yarder. We're going to click that. It's going to attach it, and then I believe right here, so lift and lower tree, we're just going to go like this. There it goes. Let me look up so you guys can see kind of what's going on here. There it goes. It's going to go up to the winch there, and you're just going to move it right back over, or you can click move carriage to yarder, and it will take that log right over there, which I think is a pretty cool feature they added to this game. All right, so that is it for that part. I think there, let me see if there's a way to detach it. So detach trees right there. It's going to drop the tree down, and that's pretty much it. And you can attach it. You can attach it there again and move it right on back up if you want to, just like so. So it's pretty cool, guys, how this. Next up, we're going to talk about this particular winch right here. Now, I think this is the one that drags trees. So we're going to pull over right here. I'm going to, you can lower this, by the way, like this, or you can just lower it like that, just like so, or you can lower it up and down like that right there, okay? So we're going to hop out. We're going to go to the back of it right here. We're going to pull winch with rope. Just like that. That's the option you're going to click. We're going to bring it over here. And we are going to attach it right here. There's the winch. I don't know if you can reel that in or not. I'm not sure if you can reel that in. But you can also detach it right there. You can detach it. And then right here you can control the winch. So if I get on this side of it and I start pulling that, it's going to pull that tree right up here, just like so. It's actually pretty cool how it works. So pretty cool stuff, man. It's gonna just pull it right on up in here. And you can do it like that, you know, or you can, if you have a particular place you want to drag the tree, you can hop into your tractor, you can drive it off, and it'll drag that tree right along behind you. If I can get in there to see it. Just like so. But that is pretty much it for the forestry work there, guys and girls. I hope it helped. If it did, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Smash that like button for me. Click that bell and click all, so you never miss any future content or live streams. There will be way more beginner's guys tutorials coming out, guys. I'm just trying to get them out as quickly as I possibly can. But that being said, everyone, until next time, God bless you all. May Jesus shine in your heart like the brightest star. This is CJ Farms, and one crop at a time, we are helping America grow. I will see you all in the next video.